A pair of twins that was separated at birth, one raised in the US and one raised in Korea, ended up with a massive IQ difference.
Oh.
What?
Wow.
Guess which one's which?
One's in Korea, one's in the US?
Yeah.
Korean smarter.
What part of the US?
Smarter.
Is the one from America on OnlyFans?
The one in America, big titties, lots of drama, loves Chanel.
Dude, what if this is flipped and you're just like...
I know, the one in Korea, crazy plastic surgery, super fine.
OnlyFans.
Looks like all the other Koreans.
The one in America, her favorite line to ask guys is, "Why didn't you call me back?" I'm sorry, Korean women, I'm sorry.
That's her yearbook quote for her senior picture.
Why didn't you call me back?
Joe?
The other girls are like a Socrates line. Yeah, so the is that what you guys are saying? Do you think the one in Korea is smarter?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Why would that be the case?
Probably just a better education system.
Stereotypes.
They can hit their kids in Korea?
Honestly,
They have better grades there.
Strengthen the brain cell.
Yeah, it calluses the brain.
Yeah, right.
They have less opportunity, so they have to work really hard to get good grades so they could get hired by Hyundai. There's only 3 companies that they can work for: Lotte, Hyundai, and Samsung.
probably, yeah, the work ethic, just the culture over there is different than here, I think.
Yeah, if it's, yeah.
So the weird thing is that the IQ difference between the two is 16 points. I don't
16?
know a lot about IQ values, but 16 is a lot.
10's a lot. I'm saying 16's a lot, but I think every 5 is a lot. Yeah.
10 is a lot. I would know.
Remember earlier when I said JCLA? This is what happens over there.
Yeah, they said
Proud alumni.
they've never even measured an IQ difference between twins that was more than 7 points.
Whoa.
So that'll kind of give it to you.
They say that genetically it's supposed to be pretty similar.
It's supposed to be, and it's never deviated higher than 7.
So was the American girl raised on Walmart? That is the question.
Yeah. Well, my question also is were they both adopted or just one was sent to be adopted? Because that happens.
How fucked is that though?
Oh, we know someone like that.
We do.
Just
Yeah.
the twin got sent off?
Yeah, because they don't have enough money for 2.
That's kind of sad, but also like super fucked. Imagine
being
being
sent off physically had a lot of issues. They couldn't afford the medical care. So they sent up the other one to be adopted, and then he got adopted by a white family and, was brought up.
I think they were not both adopted. I think one just went.
One. So it could be, so now this could be that the one in America was deficient because maybe something was wrong with her medically or physically. We sent her away. That could be a possibility. But let's say all things being equal, I'm gonna vote that the smarter one is in Korea.
Yeah, I would too.
Okay, you guys are right. The smarter one is in Korea.
Why is it not that
But
surprising?
do we have
Is
pictures?
the one that's fine right here?
Yeah, what do
That's
these
true.
pictures look
I
like?
can't find any picture where they're like babies in these photos, but I mean now they're like 40 years old.
Oh, they're 40?
Yeah,
oh, then no
they're
one
like.
cares.
No way they're an OnlyFans.
I'm sorry, Korean women, and I'm sorry, old women. I just,
I mean,
Sorry,
40-year-old
Ajibas.
Korean women still look 25. So.
really young.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, if a 40-year-old like me, man, I'd be thrilled, dude. I'd be thrilled,
If a 40-year-old like me.
Yeah,
I feel like Korean women are like, until 49, they look like they're 25, and on their 50th birthday, they turn 80.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Asians though.
So here's the story as to why they believe the American girl has a lower IQ. The twin who was raised in Korea grew up in a happy, harmonious home. The U.S.-based twin had a turbulent childhood where she lost her family, found a new one, and then that family got divorced.
Oh my god.
Okay, well then yeah, there's
Also, the American shouldn't be laughing. Fuck. The American girl got 3 concussions throughout her life.
Oh my god, doing what?
Soccer?
Taekwondo with the board to the head?
Heated from family to family?
Taekwondo.
Did she stand in the way of her dad's hand, or like what? Like,
Yeah, she had a problem of interfering with mid haymakers.
Yeah.
So-
Well, concussions would probably do that to you.
Yeah, I was like,
you know?
this is not all things equal.
Yeah.
They did. It says they scored identical for self-esteem and mental health.
Oh, that's cool.
But in terms of like cognitive ability for like
the problem solving.
sure,
and,
yeah.
So she's a happy dummy. Is
She's
what you're
just-
saying. That's what.
I'd settle with being happy dummy
I
after
wanna
3
be a happy
concussions.
dummy.
After 3 concussions.
Right. So then, really, nothing could be wrong.
Yeah.
Concussion?
Concussions,
yeah.
fuck
That's
you up.
bad.
That's just a fucking mind reset, man.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty hard.
Especially, okay, and I don't mean to
gotta
sound
reboot it.
sexist, yeah, but for a female to go through a concussion, that's huge
Yeah.
physical trauma where
Right.
she's not used to, unless she's a soccer player. But like that's not something they're normally like used to. Like guys, if we fight, you get hit.
We're allowed a few.
Yeah.
Some full contact.
Yeah. Like you get used to getting hit, and then when you get the concussion hit, you're like, oh, okay, cool.
But you gotta get hit really hard to have a concussion. I don't think I ever had a concussion.
I don't think I've ever had a concussion.
But your head is shaped pretty crazy.
I feel to.
But it's like meant to take damage.
It'd probably be pretty embarrassing to be reunited with your twin, and then you take an IQ test, and you're just that much lower.
like, fuck.
But what if you're a lot happier? Just saying. Yeah, I met a lot of really smart, sad people.
They're the same on the happiness meter.
Yeah, whatever.
Imagine taking the actual test, right? You're like, and your twin's like, done. You're just walking out, and you're like, fuck, I was only halfway through.
Clearly, the happiness test was first.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, if it was
That's what I'm
second,
saying. Because
she'd
then,
be-
like, what if the happiness test was like that was before they revealed the scores of the IQ to them?
Yeah. Wait, what's weird though is like, imagine being a twin and you're reunited, and it's great. Like if you're reunited with your long lost brother or sister, that you're not a twin, no one gives you tests. But then you're twins. Oh well, let's take these tests. You know.
Let's do this experiment.
USA versus Korea.
Like why are you putting like
Renting on twins.
why are you putting wires all over me?
Who put this article out? Is it the country of Korea?
America did.
Like America, the country, put it.
America the country, as opposed to
No,
America
it's
the
technically-
community.
It's technically from Lad Bible, so that means it's independent. It's Australia.
Oh, it's Australian?
Well, if it's Lad Bible, that's an
with their
Australian
fake
site, isn't it?
Wagyu steaks.
It's not even
Or
real.
British? Yeah, it's neither. So that
Australian Wagyu's fake as fuck. It's delicious though. I love it.
fake?
Well, I
it's
mean,
not
real
technically-
Wagyu is the way that
Yeah,
they
from
treat
Japan.
the cow. They get it drunk every day. That's real Wagyu.
And it's also now supposed to. Now they're
every day.
doing quibbling over the line, the hereditary line of the cow.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So like apparently when you buy like Wagyu, it'll tell you their genetic makeup, like the line of what cows they
give
came
you a
from.
23andMe.
Yeah.
Of your cow.
It's like so bizarre.
Do you remember when they were able? It wasn't. Everyone was saying that it was Kobe beef at every fucking
Yeah,
burger
yeah.
place ever, and then they stopped doing that.
It's not that special anymore.
Well, because it's also like totally not believable.
Yeah.
Like really, there's that many Kobe beef. You can serve it at the Dallas Stadium to everyone there.
Oh shit.
At each burger stand in the stadium, it was like everything's Kobe beef. There's no way there's that many cows.
What's weird and what's bizarre with Kobe is that they'll have Kobe burgers. But before Kobe in America, New York steak was considered like a dope cut or like filet mignon. But we never had filet mignon or New York steak burgers. Yeah. But all of a sudden, Kobe, there's Kobe burgers. What happened? Like I don't get. Like we never.
I think you get a taste of Kobe instead of paying $100. You get a taste of $20.
But we never like thought to bastardize a New York steak to turn into a burger.
Because it doesn't sound exotic.
Take their steaks and make them into burgers.
Piece of shit steaks.
even the worst part of a Kobe cow is better than the best part of an American cow.
Wait.
Wasn't Kobe named after Kobe, Japan?
Yeah.
Kobe's an area.
After the steak, I think.
Was it from the steak?
I think so. I think the dad was like, "This is the best steak. I want my son to be the best."
It wasn't their fabulous TV chips that they made for giant screen TVs. Because remember when Kobe had that earthquake?
Yeah.
And then there was a TV shortage. Because that's
They
what.
had a lot of factories there.
Yeah.
TV shortage?
Yeah, at that time. It was. I think it was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, so during like the Sony Wega era,
Yeah. Sony Wega.
when that was like the hot item.
Yeah. This is like when it was tube TVs. It was like before like DLP and flat screens. But like most of the chips were made in Kobe, Japan.
Wow.
Along with the cows, just.
There was another thing. Something happened. I think like 5 years ago. It was another earthquake. Maybe it was Fukushima. or
Probably
something.
Fukushima.
But Nikon had their factory there, and Nikon was going to release this camera that was specific like for landscape photographers. Phenomenal camera. But because that earthquake happened, it shut down the factory, and Nikon just scrapped the plans for it. Oh. And a lot of people were like, "What the hell?"
I remember that.
Like we were waiting for this particular, and they had two versions, one for landscape and one for like portrait regular photography. and it was like made just for these lenses. Wow. And I was like, oh, this is dope. And then
Now the world would never see it.
yeah, never see it. They had prototypes made. People touched it. They took photos with it, and we're waiting for mass production. But
Oh,
Think they'll
damn.
ever come back out with it?
I don't know. Your people are so prideful, dude.
Oh man, I don't know why they're like that.
Oh, the earthquake. That means no camera.
Forget it.
That was a good Japanese accent, huh? It's like I was a real samurai, huh? Right there, I know.